Hey guys, what's going on? We got another Enhancement Shaman PvP video. This time we are playing Enhancement Shaman Demon Hunter Paladin. Myself on the Enhance, Plum on his Demon Hunter, and Shuck on the Holy Paladin. And as per usual, I will go over the arena match and let you know what I could have improved on and reasons why we do stuff. But first I wanted to ask if you yourselves are enjoying arenas. Are you really enjoying this PvP season? Because lately I've been finding I'm not. And I don't know if that's just because I am playing an Enhanced Shaman. I don't know if that's a big factor. If you play an Enhanced Shaman, are you enjoying this PvP season or not? But yeah, I've just noticed that it hasn't been as enjoyable for me. But anyways, let me know in the comments if you're enjoying the PvP season. And if you prefer, actually the biggest thing, do you prefer solo shuffle or 3v3s? Or even 2v2s? Because, you know, depending on the bracket, maybe you like different things. Maybe it's more fun in certain other ones. But yeah, let me know. Anyways, let's get on to the match. We are fighting TSG, which is Arms Warrior, DK, Holy Priest. Can also be played with a Fury Warrior. Here you'll see us, we're kind of just hitting whatever we can touch. And the reason why is because both of them are huge targets. Arms Warriors are very good at keeping their teammate alive, so if you are focusing on one target that isn't the warrior, it's definitely going to be a bit more difficult to take him down due to his intervene and his talents for that, as well as their straight up utility just to help out. Death Knights are also very good at peeling with their massive slow and their ranged attacks and such like that, as well as Death Strike. It's very good with burst damage, which is kind of the comp we are. It heals based on damage taken within 5 seconds. Excuse me. So that's one thing to look at. But for the majority here, as you can see, I am slowed to absolute nothingness, and it honestly was irking me, and I don't understand why I was slowed this bad. But yeah, as you can see, I'm getting super slow. I'm trying to find Shook, get in his line because the DK wants to fight me. So I start fighting. I proc an Ascendance, but I can't make connection. So it's just kind of like, ugh. But anyways, the warrior super extended. His holy priest is in the middle of the map, so I go ahead and root him, drop a cage so he can't get out, and we start wailing on him. This causes the priest to panic a little bit, kind of charging in. They use a lot of CC to connect with us, and here comes the power infusion on the warrior. And for whatever reason, they switched to Shook, which is fine for us because it kind of gives us a better chance. There I used Thunderstorm to knock the priest away because I know the warrior's LOS, and if I knock him back more, it's going to be more of a struggle. But as you can see, Shook gets very close to falling over, but ends up getting a nice bop. Go ahead and give him a little quick heal there. It's one thing I'm trying to get used to is healing, as self-healing and healing my teammates. It's not something I've gotten out of the habit since BFA, and the reason why is because healing has always been a small part of Enhancement Shaman. Like, it got nerfed pretty hard, especially in BFA right away. But yeah, for the majority, we are kind of, you can see us just switching, just trying to get whatever we can out of them. There I pull them all off as Shook, just trying to give them a little bit of space, but unfortunately they're able to reconnect. But here I get a nice Ascendance proc, and now I'm starting to wail on him even more. He uses his final bop, so it's like, okay, we have to kill here. I get another Ascendance proc, and I just trinket the disarm. I was like, screw this, I'm going ham, and we get him down. Thankfully, it was within time because Shook had nothing left, and we really didn't have much to save him with. But yeah, I've been playing Storm build a lot more, and the reason why is because I don't know, I don't have to think as much, and I have more time to look at other stuff, as well as the simplicity, and the proc chance is kind of fun. Like, when you proc Ascendance, you definitely feel powerful, although not as powerful as usual. But yeah, especially into DKs where you can funnel in with your Crash Lightning into a massive Storm Strike, definitely helps. As you can see, my damage is quite high. Had a lot of damage that game. But on to the next one, we have Hero Cleave, and this one's with a Resto Druid. This one was interesting. Again, we're going to be focusing mostly on the DK because he's not very protected against physical effects. And since I'm half and half, it doesn't really matter, but demon hunters I find are too slippery to chase as per usual. So I'm just going to go ahead and mostly focus on the Death Knight, but then I am also going to make swaps onto the demon hunter because I want the druid to switch his hots over, burning his mana like no tomorrow. And as you can see, I got very low there, but I didn't quite want to use burrow, so Shuk ended up sacrificing. It was probably smarter for me to burrow rather than him, but it is what it is. We ended up winning in the end. The demon hunter fell over just from raw switch damage, and the druid just wanted to keep going. I tried to move him with the cage totem, but that doesn't work, so it was quite unfortunate. I've seen people use Ring of Peace and stuff from monks, but yeah, that doesn't work. Anyways, yeah. So I've been playing a lot more Storm lately. It it, it requires a lot less thought process. I'm not quite. I'm usually the one that goes for Elementalist, but lately I don't like the idea of being so focused on one spec. Here, the monk is after me. He's got PI, so I'm just kind of running away. I see Shook there, so I'm trying to run away. I end up knocking him, so he only leg sweeps Shook, which was kind of lucky. But yeah, as you can see, the monk is just chasing me down, and I'm just trying to run. I see Shook feared, so I moved my tremor over to him. I dropped it, but he was out of range. So the monk's majority of his cooldowns are finally over. But there we get a nice double stun. And now since we're fighting an outlaw rogue as well, they are super tanky and super annoying to deal with, as you will see. Here I just make a quick swap to the Holy Priest just to kind of, give him some damage. There he uses Guardian Angel for whatever reason, so I go for a Hex. He ends up fading it, so you have to keep in mind if you're going to Hex a Priest, you have to get through Fade, and you have to get through Shadow Word Death. So it is kind of a pain in the butt. But yeah, our majority focus here is going to be the monk. Now that doesn't mean full focus, ignore the outlaw rogue. Not at all. Outlaw rogues can fall over. Now it's very difficult and you have very small windows to do it, but they are an option, so just make sure they're constantly scared. A big part of Arena isn't just tunneling one person down, it's scaring the team by making quick swaps, especially when you're an Enhanced Shaman. You have that option, you have the quick swap damage to do it. So you want to make sure you are swapping every so often, especially if you can't reach your target. If it's melee wizard and you're running at the wizard, just hit the melee while you're running at him. It helps. It scares the healer because it goes, oh crap, my other guy can die now. So just keep that in mind. But Windwalkers are definitely a pain in the butt. With Fists of Fury having 100% parry chance, you don't really have a way to stop it. So you just have to be careful. Here they get a quick burst, kind of stun combo going. Shook's got a bit. I just moved him away from me a little bit. But I was hoping to get them into a triple stun cleave right there, but it is what it is. As you can see, they're disarming me like no tomorrow, and I am getting flustered. I really am. But there's the mind games on me, so I can't really do much, and there is karma, so I just go ahead and burrow. Unfortunately, we overlap burrow and sacrifice. There I see the priest going in for a fear, so I get cheap shotted, but Shook ends up trinketing anyways. So I just say, okay, we'll keep Tremor for another day. But here, the monk's taking so much damage. Here's the Ray of Hope, I believe it is. But Plum gets a nice banish on the priest, and the Ray of Hope does not last long enough for the banish to fall off, and the damage ends up hitting him. It's pretty cool. But on to, I believe, the final match. We got Devastation Windwalker. This is an interesting comp that we fought. Like I've said in the past, I barely have any experience fighting or playing as a Dev Evoker. I understand their burst combo is like Death from Above or whatever, or Deep Breath, and then into blah blah blah. I know their burst combo, but they're very awkward to fight because they're very mobile. But they are very squishy at the same time. But as you can see, I can't quite touch the dragon, so I just go ahead and hit the monk for a second. Get him pretty tanked up. And then here, we're back on the dev because I can actually touch him. I get a proc of Ascendant, so it doesn't matter where he goes. I can hit him right now. He's still taking a whole lot of damage. I could have went ahead. I should have went ahead and kicked his disintegrate, but I didn't. I think kicking disintegrate is a huge thing against evokers. I don't quite know for certain. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the thing you want to kick because that's like their only cast. But anyways, I can't really touch the dragon, so I'm just gonna go ahead and whack on this monk for a little bit. And hopefully get something. Shook goes in for a paralysis. I quickly switch to the dragon. Get on top of him. I get another Ascendance proc, which is kind of crazy. But I miss a... No, I didn't. Oh, okay. Plum tried to kick and he got precog. I thought I kicked, but I did not. But as you can see, there's the full sacrifice from the paladin. Now he's kind of playing very scared, which is fine. So we just go ahead and beat into the dragon no matter what. And there the paladin kind of comes in for a Searing Glare. It's kind of an interesting thing. I hate this ability because it's really annoying. But we end up getting a little bit of ground here back with that stun from Plum in the CC. And there they're trying to run away, but I gripped them back to me. Hit them with a Sunder, interrupt the Paladins. I think it was Tears of Deliverance or something. And we end up taking them out. But that is it for this video. Again, please let me know if you are enjoying the PvP season. I really do want to know. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Laters!